going to address some questions about running a query in Design View. So let's get started. Open the speaker and room schedule query in Design View. So when we're looking to open a query, we already have some queries built. We look at our all access objects. The top level is tables. We don't need that. Then we have queries, forms. We don't need our forms or our reports right now. So we're just going to go in here on the all access objects, and we're going to open our query by double clicking. And it defaults and opens in datasheet view. So this looks similar to how it would look if you were in Excel. But we're going to go over here into Design View, over in the View and the Home tab, and click Design. And then we're able to work with our query and answer the next question. Let's see what that is. Add the starting time field in the sessions table to the design grid. Okay, so starting time field in the design grid after date field. Let's go ahead and look at this for a minute. It's already been done for us, but we're going to redo it so you know what we've got going here. So let's move ourselves down just a little bit so we can see up above. There we go. All right, so we've got our three tables. We have sessions, session speaker, and speakers table. If our speakers table wasn't here, we could easily add that. We could easily add that by, let's just go ahead and do that for a second. All right, we could add a table by coming to our design tab. Once you've clicked on something here, it's going to show up for you, right? So all we need to do is come up to show table in the design grid, and it will show us our tables that were available. Remember those tables that were over here in all access objects, rooms, sessions, session speaker, and speakers. So we can go to the design tab and pull one of those back in. So for example, right now we have three, but we don't have rooms. So if we wanted to show our table for rooms, we could click the show table and then double click rooms, and that table would appear for us. That's not what they ask us to do, but I mean, I'm just so you know how to add a table. And then we were asked to add the starting time field from the sessions table. Okay, so starting times field, here's our sessions, and here's our starting time field. Here's our date field. It's going to default over here into the next field. We could drag it down and put it in a different location. But if we just click where we want it and then come over here and double click starting time, it's going to bring that field right where we need it. All right, so our next item of business was to run the query and save the query. I'm pretty sure you know how to do that. You're just going to hit run in your design tab, and when it oops, it's asking about us deleting. So you would run that, and you would be ready to go. Let's see what the next question is. Run the query, save and close the query. So step 9 is asking you to click on the speakers and room schedule query again and start the report wizard. So the report wizard, let's talk about that for a second. Okay. So if we go to the report wizard, we are going to come over here to create, and in create we have all sorts of items. But our report wizard is way over here on the right in our reports tab. And we would click the report wizard to run a wizard report. And it's asking us to view the data by speakers. So select all available fields and view the data by speakers. So if we select all available fields, we could double click each one of these and move them over there. But we could also, if we want the whole row, we can take our double chevrons and click those, and then we're ready to go, and we've selected all our fields from that query. And the The next question it asked us was to use the last name and first name fields as a primary grouping level. So sometimes what happens is people get confused and end up doing a form wizard or a query wizard when what they really needed to do was to come way over here to the right and do the report wizard. So that may be a challenge that happened for you. It was asking us to do first and last name of the speaker's data. So we are not in sessions, we're by speakers. We have our first and last name up at the top ready to go. And first and last name fields as our primary grouping levels. And then use date as your primary sort. So we can go next. Date is our primary source, and this says what sort order do you want your detail records in. And the next question was select starting time in ascending order and stepped and landscape options. So starting time is also in ascending order, and we'll go next. And we wanted stepped layout, but I think it wants landscape, not portrait. Let's take a quick look at that. Stepped and landscape options, and let's name it speaker schedule revised. I think that may get us. And then switch to layout view. So there's landscape, and we're going to go next. We change our name, and we finish. And hopefully, oh, it had a period. That wouldn't be a valid report. And hopefully that will help you get going and understand what was supposed to happen in the query turn to a report view. And it would look something similar to this. The idea of the report is that you're providing something printable for someone who may or may not be familiar with the data and ready to view that. I hope this helps.